Hi Barney's Musos. Here is Christ is Mine Forevermore. We're going to have this as a memorisation tune. We're memorising tunes to free up our mind so that we can concentrate on the lyrics and engaging with what they're about and to whom we are singing. So check this out. This is how I memorise tunes and suggest you do too to help internalise them more quickly. There's an intro to start off with. We note it's in 3/4 as well, you can see there. The B flat, that's the 1. E flat over B flat is 4 over 1. Back to the 1. This is going to be, again, this is going to be a B flat here. It just continues on, so that's a 1 with a 5 on B3, back to a 1. That's the end of the intro. Then we've got a verse, which is 1, 4 on 1 on B3, back to 1, 6 minor, followed by a 5, the F, and a 1. Next line, 1, 4 over 1, 1, 6 minor, to 5, and then back to 1. It goes to the 1 on 3 as it approaches the chorus, which, like a lot of tunes, goes to the 4 to start with at the start of the chorus. Back to a 1, then there's 5. This could be 5 on 7. It's the 3rd of F. A is the 7th in the key of B flat, which we're in. To a 1, 1 on 3, to a 4, 1, same as above, 5, possibly a 5/7 before heading back to 1, and then it goes back again. There's a repeat around all of that stuff. So you've got intro, verse, chorus, goes back for another intro or interlude, another verse, another chorus. That'll bring us down to the second time bar, which again goes back. So we've got another interlude, then we've got the third verse, third chorus. The third time bar is the same kind of thing as if you're going around a chorus again. So I'm just going to put a little bracket there of 1 over 3. You just, if you're going on to chorus, well, it's the 4th chorus, but it's the kind of, what do we call it? Chorus 4, I guess. That's what it says. That's going to be the same thing again. 4, 1, 5. Oh, a slight variation here. No, it's not. 5 on 7. That's the same as it was before. 1, 1 on 3 to the 4 chord, the 1 chord, the 5 chord. 5/7 maybe, not 5 over 7, but 5 the dominant 7. Maybe leave that off because that's what it implies anyway, but you could also 5/7 it. And back to 1. All very good. Your instrumental is going to be the same, I'm pretty sure, my bet is the same as the intro. 1, 4 over 1, back to 1, 1 to the 5 on beat 3, and the 1. That repeats. Then we've got a bridge. This one's going to go around 3 times, it says here, but the bridge is a 1 chord, followed by a 4, followed by a 1, followed by a 5, followed by a 1, 1 on 3, 4, 5, 1. That goes round and round a few times, 3 times. There's an extra bar, maybe the last time, so maybe you want to put a little note in there for last time. There's an extra 1, and there's DSL coda, which is just going to be back to more choruses, I'm pretty sure. Back to chorus 4. To chorus 4. That comes through, it comes out of there, and there's your ending. So we could put that sign back in there, and then the coda there, and here's the coda, the end, or the tag. It's going to be 1 bar of that. Well, it really is kind of functions there, so we might, for our purposes, leave it like that. It comes back down here, and we've just got a tag on the end of 1, 5, 1, 1, 5, 1 to end. 1, 5, 1, 1, 5, 1. I'd rather than put the repeat. It's just easier to see. So there we have it. Just the 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, and the 6 minor. There's a few slash chords in there. The 1 chord gets a 3 in the bass, and the 1 chord gets the 4 over the top of it as a bass note, and the 5 chord to its 3rd in the bass, which is the 7th in the key, moves back to the 1 chord. This will really help you to understand it. The more you do these, this is really important to note, the easier this is to hear. You'll be able to hear what a 1 chord sounds like, the way it resolves and feels like it comes home, the way the 5 chord really wants to resolve to the 1 chord. If you'll notice, each time we have a 5, it's followed by a 1. It always wants to pull back to the 1 chord. The 6 minor is a bit like the 1, but it kind of feels darker, maybe more melancholy, as a variation on a 1 feel. The 4 feels like it moves away from home base of the 1 chord, but and like it's going somewhere, but not going somewhere weird or anything. As you listen to these, you'll start to develop your own words for being able to describe what's going on and what it feels like to you, in the same way that you pick up a vibe when someone speaks a language. And that's what the chords are doing. You should be able to, once you've done a dozen of these, you can kind of feel where the 1, the 4, the 5, and the 6 minor are. And you could probably write a chart out like this once you get used to just listening to the chart, listening to the track, and not even needing a chart, which is super useful for you when you just hear the band and you can play along because you understand how that works. Now, just one last thing, if you're unfamiliar, this is in B flat. If you're a guitarist, playing in B flat's not all that much fun, especially acoustic guitar, but you could play on capo 3 and play in G, which would make it nice and easy, and all this 1, 4, 5, 6 minor stuff is much easier. In the key of B flat, we had 1, the 4, the 5, and the 6 minor. That same thing is G, C, D, and E minor in the key of G, much easier. And so just a quick, super quick lesson here on the theory of it. This is how you would do it. You write numbers 1 through 8, you write down your scales, and then you can see the easy equivalent. If you ever get confused about what notes are in a key, I'm sure you could probably just Google it, but there's always, in every major scale, there's always the same intervals. This is always a tone, or 2 frets on the guitar. That's always a tone. That's always a semitone. Between the 3rd and the 4th is always a semitone. Then it's back to tone, 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 and the last one, 7 to 8, is always a semitone. Semitone and semitone. That works like that in all major scales, and was a really helpful way to help you start off on any note and use that formula to help you work out what the notes are, so you can transpose from one key to another should you need to do that. All the best with that. Hope that really helps. Cheers.